Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, October 5th, 2016. Welcome and thank you for joining us for the English edition of Aura News, where we bring you today's top stories translated into English every weeknight. With 2 days left before the vetting law is enforced, the Democratic Party has asked the Constitutional Court to repeal the law, claiming it is unconstitutional. Democrat MP Bulik Bashi, the vice chairman of the Ad Hoc Commission on Judicial Reform, officially submitted the law to the Constitutional Court, declaring that the majority violated the Constitution with the vetting law and accused the Prime Minister of trying to control the judiciary. The vetting law was drafted with the assistance of European and American experts from Euralius and Optat, and is considered to be the basis of the judicial reform, as it is the law which determines the assessment of judges and prosecutors. The Democrats claim that the law allows for the intervention of a third institution dependent on the government in the vetting process. According to Democrat experts, the law gives the High Inspectorate of Declaration and Audit of Assets and the Directory of Qualified Information to have active roles in the assessment process. Also, the Democrat experts claim that the law places new assessment bodies under government control, as government-controlled agencies are predicted to do the revenue and telecommunication verifications for the candidate judges and prosecutors. The Democrat experts think that the vetting law violates the principles of equality before the law and of legal security. The President of the Republic decreed the law, allowing it to pass and enter into force on October 7th. The U.S. Embassy commented on the Democratic Party's appeal of the vetting law in the Constitutional Court. The embassy says that it sticks to the sentiments of the September 23rd statement by Ambassador Liu regarding the vetting law, which states, "The Democratic Party risks being turned into a party the Albanian people do not want the reform, and that it is defending corrupt judges and prosecutors." The U.S. ambassador emphasized that he has told this to the Democratic Party chairman. The U.S. ambassador also declared on September 23rd that the president does not like some of the vetting law's article either, but that neither he nor his legal experts could find anything unconstitutional. Democratic Party Chairman Lulzam Basha declared today the Democrats vote in favor of the law on special prosecution against corruption, but announced that the 5 other laws of the emergency package of the judicial reform will be sent to Constitutional Court, just like the vetting law. The majority and opposition did find consensus for one of the 7 emergency package laws, the law on special prosecution against corruption. Consensus for the law that is widely known as SPAC or SPAC was reached with the intervention of U.S. mission Optat. The majority is violating consensus exactly as it did for the vetting law, so the opposition stance will be the same as we held for the vetting law. We will ask for the constitutional amendments we voted with consensus on July 22nd, and for this we will use all constitutional means, declared Mr. Basha. Earlier today, the Democratic Party appealed the vetting law to the Constitutional Court. The DP chairman responded to the U.S. ambassador's call, who asked the opposition not to take this step. "I do not expect from any of the ambassadors to show me what the Democratic Party, opposition, and my constitutional duty is. The ambassadors have their duty, and I have mine, which I have realized with complete responsibility," replied Mr. Basha. Democratic Party chairman said that the law on special prosecution against corruption is in accordance with the standard Democratic Party he asked for. Assembly Speaker Ilir Mehta received the news OSCE's ambassador. Bern Borchardt is in Tirana. Tirana's ambassador, Assembly Speaker, praised close cooperation with the OSCE and emphasized that Parliament is ready to further intensify this cooperation. Electoral reform was the main topic of their conversation. The new OSCE ambassador expressed his willingness to support the advancement of the electoral reform, which, according to him, should be made based on the OSCE ODIHR recommendations. For his part, the Assembly Speaker highlighted the importance of a comprehensive electoral reform that guarantees maximum transparency of the electoral process. According to Mehta, the reform is important because the upcoming standards will determine not only the legitimacy and integrity of the new institutions, but also the dynamics of European integration in the future. Mehta and the Ambassador Borchardt expressed readiness to intensify the close cooperation between the Assembly and the OSCE mission. The Assembly Speaker also received the Macedonian Minister for Attracting Foreign Investments, with whom he discussed strengthening cooperation between Albania and Macedonia in order to promote the region to the foreign investor community. Mehta said that Albania's parliament welcomes the participation of young Albanian professionals in the government of Macedonia and emphasized that quality of Albanian political representation in Macedonia serves the economic growth and well-being of Albanian populated areas. In conclusion, Mr. Mehta reiterated Albania's support for Macedonia's Euro-Atlantic integration processes and stressed that fair elections in December will serve the stability and progress of these processes. The Minister of Interior was discontent today regarding the way information from the prosecution is being sent to the media. The minister declared that the prosecution's sources are just like the opposition sources. According to the minister, this is a sign of despair from all those who cannot accept the state police results. The Minister of Interior made the statement during a presentation of the new electric vehicles for the state police, which were purchased to save the state's budget and help the environment. Albania is the only country in the region with electric vehicles and 1 in 5 countries in Europe. This is not only a reform, but a big turning point in mentality. We are opening a new chapter for the future generations. Electric vehicles do not pollute the environment. This is also an answer to all those who claim to defend the environment, as the waste law was recently discussed, declared the minister. The Democratic Party reacted shortly after the presentation of the state police electronic vehicles. DP MP Flamur Noka considered the vehicles to be a toy to pass the time and cannot help state police to catch criminals, government or otherwise. The Democrat MP reiterated his accusations against the Minister of Interior, claiming that the minister is involved in drug trafficking. Prime Minister Edi Rama was in Korça today, where he returned to the old debate for roads. He attacked the former government, declaring that road projects have shortcomings. The Prime Minister inspected work for the Chafa-Ploče-Čukes road, the project of which has been reviewed because of several problems during its implementation. The Prime Minister said this is not the first time that road projects have shortcomings during their implementation. All previous government projects need to be reviewed as they have engineering shortcomings. We have lost time, but it was necessary, said the Prime Minister, who asked for fast and quality work from the company. During his visit to Korça, the Prime Minister also met with farmers, declaring that through the Guarantee Fund for Farmers, the government opens new opportunities in farmer support. The Prime Minister also inspected work for the multifunctional center, the City of Children. The Ministry of Social Welfare prepared a new draft for social care which obligates local units to take on responsibilities and offer social care to the needy. So far, social care services have been under the expertise of the state social services, and the new draft shifts this responsibility to local units. According to the bill, special structures and social employees will assess poor or special needs people. The bill was discussed in today's Parliamentary Health Commission meeting, but the opposition MP said that the draft is not clear enough and has a clash of responsibilities between the government and city halls. The opposition MPs questioned whether this way of organizing will really help the needy. The small number of social employees was another concern raised by the Democrats. The draft predicts for one social employee to cover 10,000 residents. And according to the opposition MPs, this is not enough. City Hall has kept its promise to reconstruct 23 of the capital's kindergartens, offering better conditions and standards for children. Tirana's mayor inaugurated kindergarten number 19 today in the capital and declared that despite skepticism, City Hall's hard work was proof to those who were cynical. It was a fantastic project. In the beginning, people were skeptical, saying that this cannot happen because no one, parents, business owners, or community will give money. We proved them wrong. I am grateful to all those who cooperated in the kindergarten reconstructions, which were in miserable conditions, and intervention was evident, said Tirana's mayor, announcing that the City Hall will continue with reconstructing schools and also constructing new schools for children. That's all for our English edition this evening. Please join us again Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. for your local news in English. My name is Mari, and on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.